Family, like Gene said, 1974, Richard was inducted into the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame. My father was the one that did the induction. Linda Petty did a beautiful cross stitch and presented it to my dad and my mom. And like I said, they've been friends for a long time, as was Maurice, his brother, who's also in the Hall of Fame. But Richard, you know, he's larger than life. They made a movie about him, 43, The Petty Story. He was in the Cars cartoon movies as the King. Him and Linda both, and they lent their voices to the Cars cartoon. I've never seen anybody, any sporting figure, any famous figure, as humble and as accessible as the King.
Richard Petty.
I know what y'all thinking. You're thinking, who is this guy? What is he doing up there? Making fun of the King. I don't know. All I know, the people are cutting corners. I'm cheap.
The leaders are up in turns 3 and 4. Coming down, Richard Petty.
So when R.J. Reynolds tobacco-sponsored NASCAR, Winston ushered in what many call the golden age of NASCAR. We have a wonderful lady who was there from the very beginning. The first is Winston Cup, Marilyn Green, a longtime friend of the Petty family.
That means everybody here tonight, if you want to go on a dime, take it from Richard. Just hide your plate underneath your chair. Richard, it's been a pleasure to be here. I'm honored that you asked, and I will do anything I can to help you with other future projects. It's my pleasure.
Championship racing elementary.
Well, I'm very right up here with Richard. I'll be that. Some of the stories he tells on me, of course, I'm not roasting myself, but he said he won 400 races, and man, I can't prove him wrong. But it's been an enjoyable night. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. I have, and looking forward to the rest of the show. Everybody be safe. Good night.
Rich Scheidner.
From New Jersey, and you think I'm going to come down to Winston-Salem and truly roast King Richard here? You're out of your mind. I get 5 speeding tickets before I left the parking garage.
But this got me, this really got me. This is about him signing autographs after the races, right? Racing, you said hours and hours and hours, you sit there and go, it would be easier to sign a few dozen than split, but I can't bring myself to do that. For one thing, the people who are last in line are the ones too polite to yell and shove, and I hate to disappoint them. It's something to make another person feel good. It's like giving someone a Christmas present, and there's so little that any human can do for other human beings to make them feel good. You, sir, are not just an incredible athlete, you're a genuine American hero. It's been my honor. Thank you.
inducted next January, who, along with his brother Bobby, were two of NASCAR's biggest stars and two of Richard's biggest competitors. Welcome from the Alabama gang, Donnie Allison.
Let me tell you something, folks. This man won 200 races. And if he won 200 races in a seat like I was in that day in that car, he deserves 3 gold medals. I didn't make it down the end of pit road, and I was ready to get out. My back hurt so bad, the seat in this car. They didn't worry about me reaching the pedals. I said, hell, I ain't worried about reaching the pedals. I'm worried about staying in the seat. In 1977, in BIR, Birmingham International Raceway, which Richard won the race, my wife Pat and Bobby's wife Judy decided they were going to give Richard a present. I didn't know anything about this, folks, until about 2 weeks ago. And they had a thing come out at the time called pity pants. It's a great honor to be here and be a part of this. And let me tell you something, folks. He was a badass in the race car, but he's a good ass everywhere else.
Our next guest is comedian Dale Jones. Dale was the semifinalist on the hit series Last Comic Standing and the winner of several comedy festivals. He's a top headliner across the country. Welcome, Dale Jones.
All right, I can't stay long. This jacket's around. And I'm just going to start out by saying I've had a lot of conversations with people today. This is the first one with real people. Usually it's the one in my head. I'm not good at meeting people. That's why this is nervous. I get nervous. I got too much information right off the bat. I'm just like, hi, what's your name? I have a prescription. This is also awkward because this is the first time we met and we don't know each other. You're probably looking at me right now going, I don't know, Gary Busey had a kid. Thank you. One clapper. I like the one clapper. It's like the lonely go down in your brother. Feel like you're in a room by yourself. Swing your partner. I don't have one. So it's okay. If I'm that hearing aids, you're turning them off right now. They just called me up and said, hey, you want to insult somebody you don't know? And I said, well, that just sounds mean. And then they told me how much it costs. And I go, look, where's it at? But I'm not a reader, so I didn't really check out the contract. So I thought this was the roast of Katy Perry. And then when we met, I was like, wow, she's gone downhill. And she doesn't wear a bikini. And I don't know why she got the glasses on. Maybe she just got out of rehab. I'm glad you're laughing. I'm not a fighter, brother. I'm not. I got lunch money. I'll pay the plane. I'm not kidding. Here's $1. There's a lot more where that came from. There it is. That's a lie. There's 9 more. Okay. So, my grand racist jokes. That's not good. Okay, so let's get started. That joke sucked. We're not doing that one. My wife did. I couldn't tell her I was doing a roast of Katy Perry because she knows I have a crush on Katy. So I told her I'm doing the roast of Lori Petty. And which is a very ugly woman on Orange is the New Black. And I have a headshot of her right here. And if you could sign that for my wife. To Jody, love Lori. That'd be great, thank you. My daughter loves Katy Perry, so I got a headshot of Katy Perry for my daughter. You can sign that. Put that to Hannah, your dad is handsome. my friends, they're all alcoholics and druggy guys, and they think I'm meeting Tom Petty. So we got a headshot of Tom Petty. They don't know he passed away some years back. But here's another dog. I'm so sorry. I'm not well. I'm gonna bring everybody's cars around the wreck. So you're with me and others are like, he looks more like Ernest Goes to Crack. Oh, okay. I don't even, this is awkward. Do you like Katy Perry? Because when I met you, I was like, you didn't come in like a firework. See, I don't know how you roast one person at a time. I just keep, I thought you were in the witness relocation program. Thing. And then I thought, well, he's a race car driver, so like if you drove in a straight line instead of a circle, people couldn't find you. Get a joke up your neighbor. It'll be all right. We're going to get rid of it. I'm not really a comic. I was outside getting ready to mow. He said, do you own a jacket? I go, well, right there. This guy's taking pictures going, this is on the court. We need it. I'm about out of dollars. Anybody got a change for a 20? That's going to rain something. But I did do some research, and they finally told me who you were. I was like, well, we got to Google. And I found out you also grew up in a rural community. Yeah, and then the reason I grew up in a rural, the problem with living in a rural community is I can't say the word rural. I don't know about you, it's a hard word, right? Rural. Right, that's the thing maybe my dog didn't know how to talk. He's trying to teach them to say it. You keep this up, we're both gonna get neutered. Now you're gonna find this special league racer, but here's where it gets weird. My whole address was round 1. Yeah, I look like an idiot in school there. Where you live now? You just look at me going, I don't think you're ready for the 12th grade. Oh, we got a runner. I'll be done in 3 minutes, sir. Hybrid cars. I can't have a hybrid car too. I don't know if they do hybrid race cars. This guy's Captain's money, but we're going to need some more ones. I don't like hybrid cars either. If your car's coming down the road and I can't hear your motor, that is witchcraft. They'd be walking in your car and a hybrid comes up behind you and stares at you. What was that? They got all funky names for them. That was the Toyota Tiptoe. He gave me a white flag. He's like, just surrender. My dad had hot rods. That's what that's what man. You wouldn't like my dad. He's a good man. He paid regularly. He didn't do anything like this. He had hot rods. So that's the sound of the car I like right there. I'm going to turn the key there. I don't care about the environment. Poor people. I thought they would have done a lot better in this room. I feel like a lot of people are looking at me going, I don't appreciate your global footprint. Seriously though, it is an honor to be here. It really is. Thank you for having me. And I'm gonna say to you, I was good friends with Tim Wilson. He was a very dear friend when I was a fellow comedian. And my favorite joke of his was about yours. It was about you. It was that if you'd been driving Princess Diana's limo, she'd still be here. It's something like that. Thank you very much.
That they should operate like the king did. Kyle followed in his father's footsteps. I've never seen him turn down an autograph, but that's one of the things, one of the attributes to Richard Petty. It just shows his character, and he cares about the fans. And it's like Bobby Allison told his daughter one time, Carrie. She told me, she says, I'm just not real big on the limelight stuff, and some people wanted my picture and wanted me to sign autographs, and I really didn't want to do it. And my dad took me around the corner behind the truck, and she looked at him. He looked at her and he said, look, he said, you signed those autographs. Those are the people that are putting food on the table, and he made it a point, and that's the way that the old regime, that's the way they thought, the Winston Cup drivers and whatnot, and it's changed a lot today. And it's a shame that they don't follow in the King's footsteps more than they do.
Richard Petty is... Richard Petty has won his 6th Daytona 500 and the crowd coming down. Richard Petty. Richard Petty goes back in front. They both spin.